The second game of match day 3 in Group A is what is actually about to happen at Mpira Stadium in Chiwembe. That's in the commercial city of Blantyre, Malawi. That's specifically where 10 days of nothing but excitement, competition, as well as women's football is what is happening. It's the University of Western Cape taking on FC Ongos, Namibia, to make sure that they also have a different story of their beginning of the COSAFA qualifiers as well as the Champions League is concerned, because their first game didn't go in their favor. They all lost in their opening matches, so they are hoping to actually upset the tables today and see what is going to happen. And now let's see how it has actually gone in the first match of the Group A matches. Green Buffaloes went down 1-0 against Heretians to win all of their 2 matches. And after that, it's now University of Western Cape from South Africa making their debut in this tournament, facing FC Ongos. They have ever graced this encounter. The crowd is here. Like we've been saying earlier on, the first game doesn't have much of fans, but now the 3 o'clock kickoff has attracted a lot of fans to witness of how it actually go down at Mpira Stadium this afternoon in a Group A encounter. The coaches have had their say of this match. They are all hoping to actually build up on their game that they had against Green Buffaloes, though they didn't win, but their performance was something to be proud of, and they have made some alternations, hoping that they will get the result they needed. On the other end, FC Ongos are very cautious coming into this game, but let's appreciate from the coaches' voices of what they have to say about this match. Coach, playing your second game this afternoon, how were the preparations?
No, I think it went well. We had a day obviously to prepare and try to recover at the same time. The schedule of the tournament doesn't give you much time to prepare. You only recover. It's already matched the minus 1 and you play the next game. But yeah, I think we had a good session yesterday.
Looking at your group still open, if you get the maximum points with a better goals, then you are in second position. Should that be motivation enough to the girls?
I think it should, but the biggest mistake you can do now is to go in to this game and then already thinking about what the group is like. I think we had a lot of issues, a lot of corrections we had to do for preparing for the second game, regardless of the results. We had so much things that we needed to fix, and I think the session yesterday gave us that. So if we can just concentrate on ourselves and fix the few mistakes we did, especially on the last third, I think we can come back with 3 points.
Your formation that you said you trust actually did the work despite not getting the result in your first game. Are you still building on that, or maybe you come up with some alternations looking at how you're looking at your opponents?
It's the same formation, just that you change personnel. We are starting with Ukanya on top instead of Upilisa. We are starting with Uneli the attacking mid instead of Nokolo. So Nokolo is going to go wide, and then we're going to rest to Fiona and we're going to rest Ulana Temba, who had a grass pen, so Usimnigi is coming in for Ulana Temba.
All the best into the match, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Coach, preparing for this match, coming in from a loss, how has been the recovery?
No, I think we have recovered well. The girls are moving on to go. So I think for this game, I think it will be right. We'll be right.
Looking at how your opponents are actually playing and how you fared in your first game, what kind of a strategy are you coming in with this game?
Yeah, I think we'll come in, they'll be thinking like we're underdogs, but I think the girls watched the game, we watched the game, and we know how they played. So we'll be very cautious. We'll be very cautious as a playing team. So all those things we'll take into consideration as we approach to this game. But we're trying as much as possible to take the game on them also.
Any specific alternations that you are employing at your first 11 that started in your loss against Heretians?
Yeah, we've got a few changes, 1 or 2 changes, which we think will be helpful to us in this game. Because I know it will be more tactical, so we need more tactical players also around the field, and we have done that, and we hope all of them, the way we have planned, they deliver.
Specific positions that you have alternated?
Yeah, the right wing, we have changed it. We put somebody who can do the job, and then at 10, we are putting somebody again who can handle that position.
As a team that conceded in the first 45 minutes, how cautious are you going to be in your first half against University of Western Cape?
Yeah, like we saw the whole game, I think the goals that we conceded in the first half, those were giveaway goals because the girls were not just on toes. So this time we prepared so that we are very cautious. The girls must be on toes so that we can't concede any early goals.
Thank you so much and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
They've all made changes to their first 11 in the opening games that they have had, hoping that those changes will actually pay dividends this afternoon. You heard from the University of Western Cape saying they had a very grand game, but they were a bit shaky and they weren't very clinical in the final third. So they have worked on that by changing personnel, hoping that they will actually deliver. On the other hand, FC Ongos coach is saying that they were very casual in their opening match against Heretians. They are hoping to be very much careful, hoping they will not concede in the first 45 minutes like they did in their opening game. But now the million-dollar question is who will be the next one to actually clinch the maximum points in Group A. As far as it is concerned, these are the two teams yet to actually win in this encounter. Heretians sitting comfortably on top of Group A with 6 points and 3 goals to their name. Western University or FC Ongos dislodge Green Buffaloes on position 2. Goals will actually determine that because points are actually going in favor of Green Buffaloes. But we wait to see how the plan, the execution will marry off and pay here at Imperial Stadium on a Saturday afternoon. It's actually sunny in Blantyre. Very good weather for the players to actually give it all as they battle for a place into the final of the Continental Showpiece. The commentators will have to take us through for the first 45 minutes of this encounter.
Thank you very much, Makele, for a fantastic build-up as we get to Game 2 of the third day of the live action from Chiwembe at Imperial Stadium. It is University of Western Cape from South Africa. They are up against FC Ongos, which is a team from Namibia. It is 24 degrees out there, and with a 19-kilometer speed of the wind, that will certainly play an important part in the match, especially for a team that is eager to play those high balls. The trees just confirming the wind that is blowing southeasterly in this beautiful area of Chiwembe. The crowd have trickled in. They're looking for the action and waiting for the goals that they've come to see and witness in this tournament. It is the CAF Women's Champions League that is in its 4th edition. Missing from this tournament are the defending champions, Mamelodi Sundowns, and the reason is simple. They are the defending champions of the Champions League, winning that out in Morocco. But here they are, is Green Buffaloes in Group A. They were up against a team menacing and making their debut in this particular tournament in Herentials. They went down by a 1-0. A very fancy Green Buffaloes were really second best in the match earlier. We are awaiting for the debutants in this tournament, that is UWC, to make an entrance. UWC are coming in due to the fact that they finished second to Mamelodi Sundowns in the Super League, Hollywood Bet Super League out in South Africa. And you're looking at FC Ongos, who actually have a name change. They were in this tournament in the past under the name of Tura Magic. So we will say same team, different name. We're waiting the teams to be brought onto the field by the ball girls. They are about to enter the Lion's Den. I call it the Lion's Den, and the reason is simple. Both teams are raring to go, raring to win, raring to get the 3 points. The two teams are lining up in front of the dignitaries, and it is FC Ongos that extend their greetings over to UWC, and brilliant high fives as the officials also get into the mix. It is the business end of this day, as UWC are yet to get the points that they need to get back to winning ways. Together with the FC Ongos, they too want to get on to winning ways. The group standings are certainly taking shapes as lessons have been learned. Spirits are high for the sake of the opportunity. They have to turn the tables. They have to turn on the heat. This is UWC that are in the navy blue uniforms, taking their team pictures as UWC. Quite an exciting bunch of players, and this is the lineup of University of Western Cape. Spelele Dlamini Baba Mhlagaza, as well as Kaya Tlesi, Nokolo Tlesane, Amukelang Motao, Bonkeka Gamede, Antonia Moponya, and Sibulele Holweni. On the benches, Zondi Ndlovi Korki, as well as Lewis. They are, as we look at the referees on the pitch, Tumeleng Metiha is just explaining to the captains. Tumeleng Metiha from Botswana, as well as Rhoda Molante from Mozambique, Mapato Mamete from Malawi, and Ntebeleng Setoko of Lesotho. The fourth official, Ms. Brenda Kunda, is a match commissioner from Zambia. This is FC Ongos, a team from Namibia, that changed their name in 2023, the summer thereof, and the coach puts forward this lineup. It's Seho Mueng Katuta, as well as Shikosho, Ngonda Wallace, and Mulunga. On the bench, it's Fayola, Agnes, Yvonne, Juliana Blow, and Scraver, as well as Isabel de Kock. That is the lineup that coach has put forward. Coach Angus Elemu is expecting for nothing less than a win. It is all system go as the battle lines are drawn, and it is UWC attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen in their blue uniforms, and FC Ongos attacking the goal from the right to left of your screen. They are in the rust and orange uniform. Wait for the signal to be given in terms of getting us underway. I do expect the fireworks, as UWC have been quite intentional in this tournament, have not changed their formation, have come in with 4-5-1 into this match, looking for numerical advantage in the middle of the park. FC Ongos, on the other hand, have kept it very simple. They've kept it very tight. They've decided to go with the 4-4-2 formation. Alongside me is Tandala Manda, who is a regular commentator in these parts of Malawi. And, this match, your opinion thereof?
It will be a great match, worth winning from both teams, as the 3 points will help them to be on the same page with Green Buffaloes of Zambia. And so it will be another decider that at the end of this match, if the one team will get 3 points, and then they'll finish it up to the next match.
Almost pushing it to the last game of the group. But one thing is certain is that Herentals has taken the pressure off themselves and given themselves 6 points. And 6 points to relish when you're looking at the other teams, especially these two who are about to get their 3 points. Either one, a draw will not be good enough for them. However, 3 points, I'm sure, is the message. 3 points is the mission.
3 points will help more especially with the UWC, because they are goal different. -1, they conceded 1 against Green Buffalo. So coming into this match, FC Ongos conceding 3 and scoring only 1. But they are capable of scoring. So that's a message to UWC.
Well, it's early message from Knox, who's operating on the right-hand side for UWC. She'll definitely be a player in the wide areas who will need to be looked after by Ongos, and that is players like Katuta, Mulunga and Nanamus, who are given the responsibility in defense to tidy up and protect their goalkeeper. 3 changes made by Coach Tina Sonke Mbulu. Kanya Klesi makes her way in the attack, and she takes the place of Mchambare, who was the lone striker. And Kokeso Mamawolo came on in the previous match, and her place, she takes the place of Ndlovu, who was limping off rather gingerly in the first match. In defense, another change. Lona Temba Mhlongo has given way, and she's given way to Simnikiwe Mhlakaza. That is UWC, who comes in with different faces and different personnel to do the job. The advantages of a 4-5-1 in this particular match for UWC?
Yes, advantages. The attacking numbers make the wingers, right and left winger, to go straight and feed the striker, the lone striker.
Well, the lone striker, who definitely needs to have the ability to play with the back to goal. She needs to be able to activate play around her, and Kanya Klesi is given that responsibility to do exactly that. Ball is still in play as there's continuous confusion. Figile Magama, who thought the ball was out in play and losing a little bit of concentration, but she quickly takes a throw in. Nokolo Klesane, player blessed with skill and creativity. However, coach will want her to be more lethal. Antonia Maponya, it is UWC as Holweni takes on a player, needs a cross, brings it in, but it's closed down by FC Ongos. The Namibian outfit, who is dependent on Anna Marie Shikushu, who's got a wonderful boot. She can shoot from range. Here's Nokolo switching play. Holweni does well to control on the edge of the box. Koketso Mamabolo, and is dispossessed. Ongos, named after a beautiful valley out in Namibia. And that is a wonderful academy that is really taking football or sports to another level. Director is Ricardo Minetti, who is very influential in sports out in Namibia. Figile Magama dispossesses Shikosho, but her presence continues to worry a UWC team that is forced the wrong way. 4-4-2, giving balance to FC Ongos, and coach also ringing the changes, ringing the positions as well. Personnel coming in. One notable change is Katutwa, who was in the previous match. Out goes Katutwa. The goalkeeper has also changed from the previous match and conceding 3 goals.
Yes, it was worth changing because conceding 3 goals, it was just a huge scoring. And that was the first match of the tournament. So conceding 3, maybe some pressures and other things, but it was worth changing. And of course, talking about the formation, 5-4, they are 4-4, maybe we can say so at the mid, because the other one at the mid is running into the front to fit the striker.
Talking about the pivot on top of the triangle, who is effective in terms of trying to get the team forward and connecting those chances. Ball over the top. Very good defending. Had to be precise is Ndapeta Katuta. Was pretty menacing in a previous match. Ball into no man's land, but it's UWC who will bring it back. Amogelang Mutau, who is pivotal in the UWC, very creative, also loves the runs and has the ability to read the game with exceptional talent and part of Desiree Ellis's Banyana outfit. You're looking at FC Ongos on the other hand. Almost the entire team has had an involvement with either the under-17, the under-20s, and somewhat the senior team of Namibia. It's a corner to UWC. Ball in the air, high up, keeper comes out, doesn't collect. UWC want to finish it off, but brave defending. Goal kick it is.
First corner of the match coming at 6 minutes. Well defended. It was a disaster. The goalkeeper was down, but the defenders were very brave.
You have to be brave, you have to work as a collective, you have to communicate, you have to ensure that decisions are made and taken at the right time. Goalkeeper is still down. That's Gloria Mueng, namesake. She got into the Millies is Gloria Mueng. The one notable change for Ongos. Another change is Cooper, who finds herself on the bench, and Beverly came on, changed the game a little bit. And, here she put her hand up to get the nod ahead of Cooper. Jordan Tyler Wallace is another one of those players that was brought in to the match very early due to an injury that was very much unfortunate in the early stages of the game against Rentals. Long range for goalkeeper Mueng. Shikosho. Amogelang. That ball finding its way into the crowd, and that's when questions are asked of whether or not you are athletic. Full force in the face. We'll be calling for the medicals in the stands.
For some remains.
Nokolo Kesane has had a stint in Mexico, also had a stint in France. Is Nokolo. She's a twin, her sister playing a football out in Mexico. Sinokolo. Ongos Lavisa Mulungu, captain of the side. Lavisa Mulungu shall coordinate that defense. Ndapeta Katuta gives chase, does well to recover that ball, but gives away possession. It is UWC. Amogelang Mutau on the ball. Lovely, decent ball. Overcooked nevertheless. And Nokolo Kasane giving chase. Interesting piece of play. Trying to get the balls behind the defense of Ongos.
Lesson from the last game that they played. Too many touches won't help. Let's have 1 to 2, and then the boys is inside the box.
Simplifying and finding a quick way to goals. It's according to Tandala. She wants UWC to be businesslike. She wants them to stop the creativity, get the goals, and maybe then entertain the crowd.
Yes, you settle well when you score, and then you play your usual football, looking for another goal.
Settling in defense is Ongos. Strong interception as Lucia Gamu, who's another one who put their hands up for Coach Angus. On the ball, Captain Lavisa. She's dispossessed, Lavisa. Some fancy footwork by Manengela. Out to the left-hand side and giving chase as Antonia Maponya keeps it in play, does well, showing some good anticipation, good pair of heels, good work rate. All the players in the orange and rust jersey are back defending. Looking for that early goal is UWC. Amukelang looks and finds her teammate, but it is Manengela who is not reading the letter. Holweni being available, just putting a little bit of effort on the pass.
Exactly, the build-up was so good, but the last touch, we missed it.
Just a few errors of adjustment for UWC in that move. Good build-up, good passing through the spaces. Final pass just not getting the deserved attention. Going back to her goalkeeper is Richindo. The coach had to be bold, giving an opportunity to Gloria Moeng to say previous teammate conceded 3 goals. Let's give an opportunity to the next goalkeeper. Good skill, good footwork. Lucia Gamu. Here's Shikushu. Loses out. Shikushu. One in the midfield by the captain, Lavisa. Lavisa goes to her left-hand side. It's a decent ball, a high ball, a searching ball, looking to put on. There's a keeper, finds herself in position, but a good strike.
First shot on target, and the goalkeeper was alert. It's a sign that I am here, you can move, but don't make more gaps so that the opponent should find that space to shoot.
Good control, showed good first touch. Wallace and letting rip. UWC goalkeeper Spesi Kamini making the save, being called upon. I think it was quite decent, quite important that Ongos also come out on the front foot, get into the attacking areas and send the warning signs. UWC also dominated early exchanges against Green Buffaloes and pay the price of not making use of possession.
Exactly. If possession were counted at the end of the match, then we would have said it was the UWC that won that match. But it's goals that count. So let's wait and see if they're going to utilize those chances that they made in the first half, in the first match, rather.
As the proverbial saying goes, possession does not win you games. You need to make sure you get that ball in the back of the net. Lavisa looks and finds Gamu. Gamu does well and runs out of room, but turns around and is looking to activate another attack. Here's Knox, a crowd favorite out here in Mpira Stadium. Simply love the creativity that she has. But again, Antonia Maponya, who's very one-dimensional and wants to be very critical and clinical in sending that ball all the way to the keeper. But it is Ongos on the other end. Disappointed at the execution But the intention was very clear. Get the balls out of your half. That will take the pressure away from your players, and hope that you get the support of the players chasing the ball down, getting into those areas. Coach made it very clear that his plan is to soak up, use a transitional game if possible, use the counter-attack. Figile Magama. Knox, Mox, quick 1-2 with the feet, brought the ball back, he has a chance in the box, hands up in the air for a penalty. Figile Magama will keep that momentum. Knox, yet again, given another opportunity, ball in the air, keeper comes out, missed by everybody. This is the earlier attempt as Knox showed some great tenacity. He whips that ball into the box, and Amukhalang making a way, and that is where the question has been asked, the appeal on Mapepa, and she says, no. She says, ask Tandala, I never touched it.
Yes. I'm not aware of what you're raising your hands for.
I'm not aware. We have two players interested in taking the shot, summoned to go and occupy a better spot. Nobody's picked that up. Nobody's picked that up. On the edge of the box, UWC will play it short if they want. There's options available, can go direct. But it is Nondimiso Manengela who has been asked to be the decoy in that moment, creating confusion. The hand is up for an indirect free kick. Two players to play that ball, and disappointing effort. Disappointing effort
for a corner.
Absolutely, you'd expect from a corner, which is the shortest way to go.
Yes.
I remember when I was a player, the coach will tell you, corner is a goal.
Yes,
corner
exactly.
is a goal.
That was the way they conceded that goal against Green Buffaloes.
Correct.
Yes.
Another opportunity. Let's hope that Ongos will be quite clinical in clearing the line and not give another corner. The ball is in the air. It's dangerous. It's wobbly. And it goes away over the wall, and it gives an opportunity for the players and the fans to get a drink or so.
We understand some of the shots come with hard, but the goalkeeper should also try to hold it from the start. Hold it when the ball comes, rather than parade it away. It's now 3 consecutive saves, but when it will reach the striker of UWC, it will be a disaster, because judgment, where should I stand after parrying that ball away?
Absolutely, the reaction has got to be quick. The communication has got to be on point. UWC, diagonal ball. Nondumiso showing a first touch. Ball in the hair. Wing play. Ball comes into find Lavisa. Lavisa finds Nanamus. Nanamus gives away possession. Amukhelang just very pivotal in that midfield for UWC. Tends to have the radar. In actual fact, they call her Suri at times. UWC. Mhlakaza. Magama. Figile continue to run. Ball is in the air. Lavisa gets a foot in. As far as Antonia Maponya. Maponya brings it to her captain. Knox. She'll give up the chase. He'll give up the chase. UWC as debutants. They lost to Green Buffaloes. A goal almost in the closing stages of the match that broke the hearts of many, but you got to give credit to Green Buffaloes, who were absolutely fantastic. Here's a moment, chance, and that was an effort, but the referee spotting an infringement as the player was pushed out of the way, and this would be the first penalty of the tournament.
Yes. Out of all the 8 goals that have been scored, this will be the first, and if they score, it will be the first goal for UWC.
Well, a penalty it is. Sibulele Holweni. Let's call her the navigator. Koketso brought that ball into the box, and that's the moment. And again, the player involved is Mapeta Katuta. The earlier questions that were being asked about a penalty, Katuta was also involved in that mix.
And she's the scholar for FC Ongos when they made Helentos.
Katuta doing it all as Holweni is on your marks. She says to Gloria Mueng, on your marks, let's get ready. Does UWC get the better of Ongos? Sibulele Holweni up against Gloria Mueng. Holweni! Holweni registers her name amongst the goal scorers. Gloria Moeng says, that is a mishap. We're coming back.
A well-deserved read from UWC. They have been pressing for this goal and finding the penalty. That means their attacking force was so brilliant.
She took her time. The run was decisive. The positioning of the ball was excellent. The keeper going the one way, Holweni going the other.
No pressure. 2 to 3 steps a goal.
She says, don't go to sleep. I'm coming back. A warning is clear. Don't go to sleep. Sibulele Holweni, part of the under-17 national team, part of the under-20 national team in Banyana senior team, but a loss of form and an injury also taking away the opportunity for her to go to the World Cup and be part of the friendlies that were put together by coach Desiree Ellis, but her future absolutely bright. Gloria Mueng. Ball not getting enough distance. Lavisa tidying up for a goalkeeper. Helped on, but only as far as Mutau. UWC on the left-hand side, again asking questions, and again a handball being used. This time, it's Amukoto.
Another handball. They need to be careful when marking in their territory, almost into the box. So they need to make sure their hands are not in that position that they'll consider another penalty.
I think they've been caught out by the bounce of the ball, since this is an artificial turf, and not being able to read the flight of that ball very carefully. And UWC given another opportunity to take a shot. You've got players like Bongeka Kamere who are interested in able to shoot these from range. Sharpshooters coming from the back, a pack quite power, and it is Kamere placement. Keeper, she says, not this time around. Ongos need to get control of the midfield. They are having a numerical disadvantage. UWC playing with 5 in the midfield. Here is Lucia Kam, but captain is on her knees. She'll be the whole afternoon fighting for every single ball on offer, and where it's possible, will turn it in her favor. It is a free kick to FC Ongos from Namibia. Giving as good as they can get. FC Ongos competing. Yes, they are pretty much aware that UWC will enjoy the bigger chunk of the possession, but now it's what they do when they get into the attacking third that becomes important. A free kick. UWC breaking play. breaking the momentum. They're building and patiently at the back with Figile Magama. Sees a lot of the ball on the wing play and the whip. Magama knocks. Ongos need to find a rhythm. Ongos need to start connecting a few passes to get the confidence with the players on the park. It's in the air. Wallace gives chase. But Shukushuk is also asking of her teammates. Very simple basics. Everyone is looking to have a job and closing down the players. Ball. Rachindo have as well. Good turn, Shikusha. Ongos. And that's a lovely ball. One bounce. Figile does well to protect the ball for a keeper. Some focused players out there, and they need to. Ongos. Another long ball. Simnike Mhlakaza. Here's Ongos. Wallace. Lovely ball, Wallace. Amutuko! Keeper comes out. Full stop. Stayed down. That was a brilliant ball. Got up behind the defense. Keeper's holding her ankle. Especially Lamini. This is Coach Tina Sonke Mbuli. Is quite upset with the players. She's been the head coach since 2009 and part of Banyana Banyana since 2017. She won the Coach of the Season last outing in 2023 and also just recently winning the Varsity Cup. Back-to-back wins for Coach Tina Sonke Mbuli.
Well experienced.
In South Africa, the university teams, TUT and UWC, it's always a very, very close battle. And for UWC, they also are part of the Hollywood Bets Premier League. So they are consistently playing week in and week out. Have a look at this. Keeper came out with the two-footed challenge in that moment. But you got to give credit to Tweli Konjele Amukuto. She continued her run and was pretty brave and thought at least a deflection might fall in her favor.
Exactly. No more pressure, no more pushes, because any incidents in that area, a penalty will be awarded.
Much better from FC Ongos. They've looked at the part, especially when they go into the opposition half, full of running. There's pace. Wallace delivering some very interesting balls from the wing. Well, they say you got to start at a very early age to instill the discipline, to instill the will. And they are out here to see exactly that. They want to be future scorchers. And part of the under 17 and under 15, watch out.
It's a process. Who doesn't know Temwa and Tabitha Chawing? They're from this land, from this nation. So it's a process.
Absolutely. And believe in the process. Follow the process. It starts by having the interest.
The foundation matters.
Good to see keeper, Spesihle Dlamini. I'm sure for a lot of the youngsters out there, they'll always wonder, why is it that the game has to stop whenever the keeper is injured? Dandan. The game is stopped the longest when the goalkeeper is injured.
Yes. The only time the goalkeeper is going out, it's when she will not come back. So she is the boss of all players. You need to nest her in up until the time she says, no, I will not complete this match.
So, according to Dandala, that's the boss of the pitch. It's a goal kick. Ball just going over the byline. Gloria Moeng, it's good to see her having just shaken off the earlier challenges. Yes, she's conceded a penalty, but good to see her head is very highly focused on the job at hand. Strong shoulders, strong head, and also a good range. Tweli Konjele losing out. Amu on Koketso. Koketso goes out to the right-hand side. It is Knox. Knox waltzing away. Getting that ball. Figile Magama is available. Another cross. Keep it! Good beauty! It was a well-worked goal. It was a team effort and a beautiful ball. Cross-come strike for Figile Magama. That is the second goal in this match for UWC, taking the game furthest away from FC Ongos. Crowd are loving it. Her teammates are loving it. She's getting a baptism from the bench.
Bend it like Magama. That's a beautiful goal. The tempo went down after scoring that first goal, and FC Ongos were all over trying to get one back, trying to pull one back. That's a beauty. No more touches. No more 2 minute touches. Just look at the goalkeeper.
But if you have to ask her what was she doing, she'll tell you that I was crossing the ball, you know. But this is what happens when you don't try. You will just never know. But it was also complemented by a dissecting ball from Knox that was just planted at the feet of Figile Magama, turning on the style and turning on the heat. Here's Ongos. They need to respond as FC Ongos. They need to respond. And how do they respond? Magama on the right-hand side with acres of space in the room. Apologizing to Magama is Knox. Was expecting the ball to be supplied to her feet. Magama wanted her to continue the run and keep that momentum. Shikosho. Some good game management. Magama not rushing for that ball, allowing the ball to go out of play. And she then gets a moment or two to catch her breath, get back into it. I think when you're looking at the UWC side, the balance on the left and the right-hand side is not that clear. I'm sure Tina Sonke will have to try and look at the other flank and hope that they could get more attacks also on the other end. Figile Magama is seeing a lot of the ball this side. Ongos coming out of defense. Lavisa, goalkeeper, when she released that ball, she went down just out of your picture. And she is being helped up to her feet. The referee, Ticha, just asking her, is everything okay? And she gives a thumbs up. I think she just slipped after releasing that ball. Gloria Moeng. Drop ball, and Ongos will pick it up. Nondumiso Manengela. Ongos with defending to do. There's another chance. Knocks in the box, but dispossessed by Ndapewa. Wallace Does well to turn. Good turn. But losing out. It's Koketso. Oh, she got a touch and tried to turn on the defender. Is Kaya Thesi. A little bit of naughtiness from Lucia Gamu, kicking that ball away unnecessarily. Yes, she lost possession, but referee also making a statement. You don't have to give them a yellow card. You just send out a warning to them to say, listen,
exactly. Next time
you do that again. UWC given an opportunity, almost 18 yards, 30 yards. Ongega. Too much traffic. It's only Wallace who's in that front line for Ongos. Fesi giving chase. Katuta will guide that ball as she realizes that Fesi doesn't have the pace to get past or to get by. Katuta forced to make a quick decision. Shikosho. Kamete restores calm. Amu. Koketso. UWC. Koketso. Puts the players in a knot. UWC certainly have shaken off the cobwebs that they got a wake-up call against Green Buffaloes, taken to the cleaners. 3 points was what they needed in that first match. And, for every manager who comes into the tournament, they will tell you, you want to navigate carefully. If you win your first match, it makes it easy for the second match. You then have an option to kind of play which position you want to end in the group.
Exactly. It's the Malalo boost. A win
correct.
is a Malalo boost. And then, as it stands right now, it means the UWC are second in the Group A, managing to score 2 goals and conceding 1. That means their goal difference is 1.
There's a player, Amohelang, who just went down in a heap and holding her head. Amu. She's receiving attention. You know, talking about the group standings, I've already got a favorite for me. Herentals of Zimbabwe. That's my favorite, right?
Yeah.
They've got 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
I go with the winners.
4 goals scored.
4 goals
1
scored,
conceded.
1 conceded.
Yes.
However, this group is still open.
It's still
But
open.
the manner in which Herentals play has really convinced me.
Maybe the judgment will come from a goal difference if the 3 teams will walk away with 6 points. Maybe.
There we go. But Herentals have proved to be very menacing debutants in this tournament and showing their mettle. They've come in on the back of defeating Black Rhino Queens. Kamede, she's pushing up, backpedaling is Ongos. In actual fact, they need to attack that ball and not allow UWC that much space, because when they get into a rhythm, they can be quite lethal. Ongos connecting a couple of passes of their own on the right-hand side. And Katuta decides she's looking for Wallace, finds Wallace. Antonia's got no chances. Support play by Beverly comes through very quickly. It is Memory Ngonda. And she loses out as Ngonda. Here's Sibulele Holweni. Holweni finding Knox. Knox is cushioning that ball, but the intention was to cushion it and find Ndumisa Manengela. Holweni finds her captain. Amu takes a strike! Woo. She's got the appetite for goal. She's got the navigator. I said, they don't call her Suri for nothing.
That was a powerful shot. Unfortunately, it went wide, but it was nice thinking. You can't always be passing and willing to get into the box. Sometimes Porsche shot it on far from the box.
It was a scorcher. They're not relying on the intricate passes only. They're not relying on those short passes to get into the box. They're asking the questions from all over the park, this one included, but well defended. Anna Marie Shukusho, Ongos, Amukuto, Kamede, the Tiger. They say football without a nickname is boring.
yeah.
We're going to have to give them nicknames.
Yes.
Let's go ahead. Tandala is about to give a name to Figile Magama.
I will soon.
Well,
before,
for me,
before the end of first half.
Before the end of first half, Tandala. Well, they call me safe hands. Another player going down in a heap. It looks like Nondumiso Manengela will confirm that. And, she just calls up into a ball. And a yellow card for Lucia Kamu. Another point in this match. Here is Kaya Klesse. Jordan Wallace, the player giving way. Jordan Wallace, I think she really contributed very well. She was the player bringing the balls out from the wing, from the wide areas, bringing it into the box. What did you see there, Tandala?
Coach's final decision is always a baby. Tactically, we don't know what happened for her to be released. But anyway, it's now Ongos into the half of UWC, trying to settle and get one back, maybe.
One bounce.
Put them into the game.
That was so close. Almost resulted in an embarrassing goal, an embarrassing moment for goalkeeper Spesife Damini. I don't think she judged the ball very well. And we spoke about this much earlier with Banda, that the bounce of the ball is certainly a problem for keepers coming out. And she's fortunate that when the ball bounced, it went away from goal. That is pretty dangerous.
A simple goal. A clean sheet always puts the keeper into the game. When you keep a clean sheet. Yes.
Something that was simple, to just put the ball in the bucket corner. This is the trouble. She does well to recover. She had to redeem herself from
saved. It was her problem, rather, causing problem for that corner. So yes.
There's the corner. Ball is in the air. Good header. In actual fact, it's a good touch by Anna Marie Shikusho. And you can see that Koketso was on the line, had to be very much awake to protect the goalkeeper, but she smothered that. Ongos. Juliana Blow, who is very, very experienced, come on for Wallace, who really didn't do much wrong. And in my humble opinion, was the player that had the ability to whoop those crosses in, was very troublesome when given an opportunity. But I think the importance of bringing on Juliana Blow is to just inject and mix the youth with experience.
Exactly. That's what is needed. Experience, and others should be learning to give pressure.
Juliana Blow, who has a number of caps under her name for the Namibian national team. She comes in, she'll settle, sacrificing an attacking player. She wears jersey number 10, and there's always a story about jersey number 10.
Yes, you need to show people what you're capable of doing when you wear that jersey number. There are so meanings of jersey numbers. When you wear 7, people tend to wonder, why are you on bench? What happened to you?
So choose your numbers correctly.
Exactly.
This match has really been quite entertaining. Ongos foul on Lavisa. Guilty party Bongeka Kamere did enough to break the fluidity. Katuta is in acres of space. Lavisa decides she'll go route one, spotting the weakness of the goalkeeper. Another nervous moment. I have to share with you guys. Tandala, when that ball bounced in front of Spesihle Dlamini, she almost stood up. She almost stood up and blocked the ball herself.
That was so simple. It couldn't have been waiting for Ongos' striker to come up and reach that ball.
Beverly showing also that they can strap their stuff as Ongos. Lavisa. Katuta's calling for it. Magama will allow that ball to give themselves moments to organize. Well, we've seen the board going up with 2 minutes. 2 minutes for stoppages in this match. Referee Metika doing an exceptional job at the office. Just one yellow card that was given to Lucia Gamu of Ongos. We are in the 2 minutes of referee's optional time. Ongos need to at least pull one back, and that will settle the nerves. Just your observation of the match so far.
Exactly. They need to pull one back so they can come strong in the second half. Conceding 2 goals in the first game, in the first half also, and this meaning that to say that they did not do their homework well. Conceding 2 goals in that first match, and the other one was scored in the second. 3 goals scored. 2 first, the other one was scored in the second half. So they have already also conceded. So it means they have conceded 5 goals in 2 matches and only scored 1. That was also the first goal for their team in the tournament since 2021.
So that says FC Ongos have conceded 5 goals in total thus far. And one could safely say that it's tough to climb this mountain. They really have their backs against the wall, but not to be written off. They have another 45 minutes to turn the story around. They have another 45 minutes to come back a lot better and a lot stronger.
All is not lost for FC Ongos. They just need to turn the pressure down, because in a game of football, everything is possible. Green Buffaloes managed to score 1 against UWC on a set piece.
Talking about set piece, we confirm the goal scorers and we confirm the scoreline. It's University of Western Cape 2, FC Ongos ladies of Namibia, no. Magama and Sibulele Holweni getting onto the score sheet. These are the highlights in the first 45 minutes. It was an inviting shot by FC Ongos to get her goalkeeper Spesihle Dlamini on the ground. Another ball, teasing ball coming from the right-hand side from Figile Magama. The goalkeeper gets a touch, doesn't have full control, but that was enough to get that ball out of play. And then Emilis, where the players were in a bunch trying to connect to that ball. Keeper comes out, doesn't collect. On the other end again, Mukoto asking questions of Spesihle Dlamini, who responded positively, and that would have been the goal that Ongos needed to set the cats amongst the pigeons. Credit given to Spesihle Dlamini in that moment. But Figile Magama, that ball, teasing ball, and we can comfortably say so far that is the goal of the tournament. Amukelang Motau was not done yet. She also got an opportunity to pull a trigger, and Sibulele Holweni taking the penalty to shore up the scoreline. 2 goals to UWC and 0 for FC Ongos. Keeper going the one way, corner it was. Another nervy moment for Specific Dlamini, making the save to keep UWC a clean sheet. They haven't been disappointed here at the Mpira Stadium, as the fans are looking forward to a better second half. The dancing, the singing, the chanting is there to spur the players on. Do join us for another 45 minutes after the break. Welcome back to the second half at Mpira Stadium that has really filled up during the halftime break. It is Super Saturday and they've seen some super goals from two teams who understand the assignment. The assignment is get 3 points at all cost. It has been a fantastic and an interesting first 45 minutes if you are joining us. UWC are 2 goals to the good, and those were goals scored and by Sibulele Holweni from the penalty spot, and that was a very, very important penalty. Fikile Magama with a beautiful ball coming from wide to give UWC the 2 goals needed. It is that opportunity for Ongos to bring in a fresh pair of legs, new personnel to change the complexion of this match. It is Zoe Isabella de Kock who comes in for Beverly. Zoe is another very influential player up front. She just needs a supply of the midfield. That change that the coach has made here, hoping that it will pay dividends.
Yes, it will, as the UWC team is able to attack in numbers, and if they'll find an opportunity to shoot in the box, it will all work well with them.
Ongos in the orange and rust uniform, UWC in the blue with a bit of yellow trimmings. Attacking the goal from the left to the right is Ongos, and UWC switched flanks, and this time switched sides rather, attacking the goal from right to the left. Julia Blow losing out, but again been asked questions is Katuta. Pepper pretty strong in that defense, showing good coordination, showing good communication. The captain has really put in a good innings so far for Ongos. The Flans are urging Ongos to pull one back. It will be how they start the second half that will allow them to settle. And very often you want to look at your bench and see whether you've got the depth that you need. For UWC, they're keeping it tidy, they're keeping it as it is. No change of personnel. And, for Ongos already having made the 2 changes. One bounce, keeper was nicely protected. Bongeka Kameda doing well. She's one of the Banyana players in that role, but pretty flexible if you wanted to play in the midfield to be the disruptor. Should have allowed the fluidity of the game and maybe dealt with the player later. I think in that moment UWC will feel hard done by as Koketso Mamawolo is up on her feet and is raring to go yet again. That's a quick puff and pass. Mamabolo gets a little bit of a nibble on the ankles. Amukoto realizing that Koketso is a bit of a problem. Moing, 33-year-old, just wants a team to put a damper to this free kick. Sibulele Holweni given the responsibility. She does pack the shot. She just needs to get it right, on target. A little bit much it went over the bar, and the teammates are asking her, what happened? She says, I'll try again next time. We're talking about trying. Keep trying until you get it right. If you don't try, you just will never know.
Exactly.
Zoe de Kock has come on. She's a player that will linger on the wide areas for Ongos, but also her work rate is quite complimentary. She can drop into the midfield, give them the numbers. Maybe that is where Ongos need to just change it a bit, leave a single player up front who could be the focal point to drop and try and compete in the midfield of UWC that have really taken control of the match.
They are everywhere. Nowhere to stand, nowhere to put the ball. So it's very difficult for FC Ongos to play their game. They are misreading nothing else that we have seen that these ladies went for a change, for discussion on a change. So maybe.
Well, in this group, that is still very open. Herentals sit on top of the group with 6 points. They have to play UWC in their final match. Okay? They cannot take that match for granted.
Exactly.
In number 2 position, as it stands, UWC on a better goal difference are sitting second. If the scoreline remains as is, Green Buffaloes will be in 3rd position, and then Ongos, who is yet to get a point, will be in 4th position. It does make it interesting to the final game of the groups to know exactly which team will be in the semi-finals. However, the job is done so far.
Exactly.
The business is done so far. Herentals are sitting comfortably. They've got 6 points.
Yes.
But UWC could end at 6 points. So can Green Buffaloes with 6 points if they win their last games.
If UWC wins, yes, it can happen like that. Three teams
could end up with 6 points.
But the goal difference will
Goal
matter.
difference will come into play.
Exactly. We have seen Green Buffaloes playing beautiful football, but scoring was just not lucky to their side. But anyway, anything can happen. We never know. Maybe they will score 5 against
Ongos. That is their last game of the group stages.
So the advantage also is with the Green Buffaloes. As on paper, it looks like FC Ongos somehow a walkover for teams in this group.
I would say you write them off at your own peril. Green Buffaloes suffered a defeat earlier on as UWC whipping that ball as Kaya Klesi asked the questions of goalkeeper Gloria Moeng to say, are you still with us? Klesi, Kaya Klesi. Chambane is the player who finds herself at the bench. 50 minutes on the clock. Knox plays the Black Hill as Knox finds herself in the wide area. As Knox and gives away possession. It's not done yet. Her coach will definitely want her to push a little bit more to get it over the line. Gamede is calling for the ball. Gamede. Figile Magama still keeps possession, finds a captain. Now Gamede gets the supply. She overcooks it. She says to Antonia Maponya, here's the ball.
Exactly.
Chase it. Could have been a simpler pass. Throw in. Juliana. Amotuko. Tweli Konjele Amotuko. Juliana Blow. Blow does well. Happy feet. Finds Tweli Konjele Amokuto. Captain is not reading that letter. It's pretty closed. Is not reading that letter. She sent a message very clear to say, get onto the right-hand side, get into the space, use the width of the pitch, and has a good foot is Lavisa Mulongo to be able to whip that ball in. Went over the line for a goal kick. It's UWC. This time they start again to build, and building rather patiently. It is Nondumiso Manengela. Manengela brings to Bongega Gamede. Gamede will carry it through, running circles of around Zoe de Kock. Then eventually, diagonal ball looking for young Nokolo Asana. Nengela continued to run and finds herself on acres of space. You've got to give credit to Ongos. They're closing down the man on the ball very, very quickly. Here's Zoe. Last touch coming off a blue jersey. The crowd are politely asking, can we have another goal? They are too quiet.
Exactly. They are too quiet.
They're too quiet.
Sometimes you never know which team they are supporting.
Oh, these are football lovers. As long as you play,
to the very team that is attacking at that particular time.
as long as you play football, you win the 12th man. Good football gives you a fan. Good football gives you the supporters. Holweni. That's a little too much to ask of Holweni. Throw in for Ongos. On this right-hand side. Blow. Beaten by the bounce. Gamede tidies up for UWC. Ongos, former Tura Magic, and also acquired a number of players with them. Tura Magic, who are 4 times champions in Namibia. Anna Marie Shukusho. Here's Zoe Gamede. Some calmness in the defending of Gamede. Manengela forced her into releasing that ball, and it falls for Amukoto. Tweli Konjela. Juliana Blow. Coach will tell her, let's keep it simple. Here's Amu. Amu finds Holweni. Holweni is looking for the support, sells a dummy and asks the questions. Gets over and run into a channel. Delaying to release the ball and running into traffic. The referee protects her anyway. Itumeleng Mtecha. She says, wait for my whistle. You will play according to my whistle. Have a look at this. Holweni does well to create space for herself. I thought at that moment she was going to take a strike. She hesitated, but there was a player available as well whom she could have just released this ball to and got out of trouble. Holweni, Gamede, keeper, wants a 3-man wall, 3-women wall. Football language, still a 3-man wall. Holweni has scored some beauties from this particular end. And she touches it for Gamede! Wababa! It was an indirect free kick. They all go to sleep. It's too early to go to sleep, UWC. It is too early to go to bed. They're sending a message. Who's next?
56 minutes gone, 3-0 in favor of UWC. They deserve this goal. They have been knocking. This was the 3rd time knocking, but a very first shot on target for the second half. 56 minutes, they take a lead, and they will now play the
Bongaga Gamede showing her tenacity, picking a spot. Beautiful. You know, I want to say, Tandala,
yes,
the best of the best keepers will struggle to save that ball because it was exactly in the corner. We got to give credit to the taker of that free kick.
Exactly. She saw that the goalkeeper was far, and if it could have made a very big save, maybe broke a hand. It's near the post. Exactly.
So she wants to combine the keeper, put her against the poles, create the damage. Oh, they loving it. We loving it. I'm sure you loving it at home. They have continued to support women's football out here. They continue to love the play that is being on display. 3 goals to UWC. Goal difference is pretty clear. Coach's instructions is let's get as many as we like to get ourselves in a position where we know that should mathematics be required in soccer, and very often we take the calculators and we start adding.
Goal different will always matter at the end of the day.
There we go.
It's in group stages where you never know the next match how it will end.
Herentals is looking on and wondering and planning for UWC. It's going to be an interesting final match in the group. But so close is the gap around in terms of women's football. with the 5 debutants, it tells you the story. Menzini Wanderers of Eswatini are not at this tournament. Black Rhino Queens, credible in Zimbabwe, are not at this tournament. Olympica di Maroni or Costa del Sol is not at this tournament. New faces have graced the occasion and they have impressed. Juliana Blow needs to pass it through the channel. Keeper, very alert. Blow asking questions of goalkeeper Spesihle, but perhaps had an option on the left-hand side, also had an option on the right-hand side. Maybe a little bit of selfish play.
Exactly. That wasn't a nice play. You try sometimes, but when you don't have an option, when you have an option, try to release it and give it to your friend.
Especially when you are coming from behind, you want to navigate your way. You want to say, let's pull one back. Then you go and you pull the second one back, hoping that you don't concede any further. Amukelang knocks. Kamede. Holweni clipped on the foot. And Nanamus is on the receiving end of the referee's cards. I like to call her the principal. And she sends the warning shots. She calls you for your lashes. And getting the yellow card is exactly that, where she says, come to my office and here's your punishment. Confirmation of the yellow card to Liliana Nanamus, jersey number 15. That's another jersey that is synonymous to very creative players. Bonkeka Kamede going out to the left-hand side and a little too strong for Sibulele Holweni. Well, these are some of the VIPs that have come here, Tandala.
Isaac Jomo Osman in a green shirt, the owner of Ntopwa Super Queens, the first one to challenge that we are going to compete in the CAF COSAFA Women's Champion League.
Ntopwa has been very dominant in women's football in Malawi for quite some time. But here we've seen the youngsters that come up and have pushed them one side and handsomely at that, scoring some fantastic goals. And, just to see the power shift.
He is now the deputy mayor of Blantyre district.
There we go. This is Coach Angus Elemu. When you're looking at Malawi, here is Coach Carol looking on. And we wish her the best of luck. She's going to the World Cup of the Under-17s, having qualified for the World Cup. The future is bright of Zambia. They're doing exceptionally well in the development of women's football, but a fantastic soul.
Exactly, managing their under-17, under-14, knowing where the girls are able to be graduated. So it's just a matter of taking the steps, proper steps, so that you can have a big and a well national team, the main team rather.
The depth is aplenty. The players is aplenty. We also will not be doing justice to Green Buffaloes to know that this is where the dream started of Barbara Banda. She played for the Green Buffaloes. That's way back in the 2016 and 20 to 2019 before making her way out into the shores of Europe.
Yes, now Barbara Banda is in USA, playing for Orlando Pride.
Orlando Pride. And also missing at this tournament, I haven't seen her yet, is Irene Lungu. She's another celebrated player in Zambia. But why do we also forget of our very own players. When I talk of own, I've regarded myself as a Malawian now. I've changed my nationality. Temwa and Tabita.
Yes, Tabita now has signed a 3-year contract with Lyon from PSG, where she won every medal that was supposed to be won in that season.
Here's an effort, a tired one at that by Sibulele Holweni, talking about Temwa and Tabita, giving belief to every girl child out here in Malawi to say it is possible. With the COSAFA tournament also in full swing, this is where the dreams are made, and this is where the dreams are followed. Juliana Blow. Tiffany Gorky for UWC, making her way onto the park. Tiffany Gorky was also one of those players for coach Tina Sonke Mbuli, together with Ndlovu. They warming up on the touchline out of your picture, and that is an indication of bringing on offensive players and saying she hasn't had enough. She wants those goals. They have some defending to do. Is UWC as Knox gets a touch, and that ball just going away into the stands. The ball boys are very quick with the rotation of the ball, and it is the moment to allow the sub as Kaya Klesi, who did the job in the 65 minutes. Her place has been taken by Tiffany Gorky, but here is Ndlovu as well. Ndlovu comes in also for UWC. Ndlovu comes in. There's a bit of confusion. There is no number 21 on the field for UWC. I think the referee needs to correct that. Maybe it's number 12 and she's got it the wrong way around. If not, it's 26. Sibulele Holweni. Ndlovu comes on, and she's also quite a nippy player for UWC. She'll come on for Sibulele Holweni, who's worked her socks off. Tiffany Gorky is coming in. She'll just slot into the wide areas, enjoys playing with width and freedom. But at this level, there's not that much freedom that is given. There's not that much spaces that is given. Players cover the full pitch. It's a free kick for FC Ongos. In this group, it will be pushed to the last game to know exactly who finds their way into the semi-final. That ball jumping quickly. Oh! That is the way to go. The shortcut to goal is taking the long-range shots. And as a former goalkeeper myself, even if it's going out, yes, you tell yourself, I had it covered.
It was nicely
UWC,
done.
Gorky. Amu playing the 1-2. Decent effort, yes, Gorky. Gorky continued to run and having to be very cautious as the tackles came in, quite menacing. And this is the disadvantage at times of women's football, where you have the young 14-year-old, 15-year-old playing with players that are 33-year-old and 35-year-old. They need to be protected somehow, and the referee will tell you that let's play according to the rules and let's play nice. Let's play nice. Strong challenges, the tackles. Koketso Mamabolo. seems to be a better player when she starts the game. She came on in the second half, was struggling to make an effect or make an impact. Here she is playing the 1-2 with Korki. Memory Ngonda. Manengela. Knox. Is looking to force the error. Tuli Konjele Amokuto. It's a long ball. It's a ball that's asking questions of the front row of Ongos. Who can and who wants to give chase? Maponya stopped in her tracks, and this gives her an opportunity to look for the space and look for a runner. Koketso has had a decent day at the office, together with the captain on the ball, saying just guard your line. They're really cautious about the offside. Maponya threads that ball through the needle. Continues her run and still bubbling in that box, and helped on. Lavisa loses out to Bonkeka Kamere, one of the goal scorers today. Another goal from UWC will break the hearts of Ongos, will break the hearts of the team from Namibia. One thing that they can go away with, if they do not score in the next game, is an improvement, which means that they would have scored one goal. In the previous edition, when they played as Tura Magic, they left the tournament without scoring a single goal.
Yes, exactly.
So they do have a goal registered. They also have an opportunity to register more goals in their last game. That is FC Ongos.
Yes, it's possible. In a game of football, it's just the way you planned. And tell the ladies, we are out, yes, but anything can happen in a game of football. Let's use these chances so that we can see if we have the chances again in the next 2025 season. To maybe it will be our very first time to qualify to reach the semi-finals. Who knows? To be the champions.
Take your chances is the message. Take your chances. Make use of the opportunity. Ongos done well to build from the back. Ndapeta Katuta. Nanamus. Memory Ngonda. Knox. Losing out as Zoe de Kock tidies up, and she looks for Lucia Gamu. Gamu gives chase, but gets a throw in for Ongos. And Ndapeta Katuta sending those long balls on the outside, and, down the line, and realizing that it's probably better to navigate the spaces that have been left behind. Knox. Korki is onside. And as she was about to unleash, it's Richindo who was very quick to respond and get a touch to that ball. Maybe a quicker release was on the money. Pushing up and pressing high from the front is UWC. Playing with a bit of a high line. Gamede. There's a mistake made. An opportunity for UWC to concede, but the keeper does well. Denied at a crucial moment as FC Ongos does the business, breaking that line, but they weren't able to get that ball to where it mattered most. Yvonne Cooper, she came on as Irene Cooper. She was brilliant in the decision making, Irene, understanding that the assignment for UWC is not to concede. And on the other hand, FC Ongos is saying, we want another goal. We want to make sure we're capable. That is belief. Here is Irene Cooper, who was denied by a goalkeeper. And a rare mistake made by Bongeka Kamede. Should have been punished. Keeper came out very quick. Went in with 2 feet. Any which way to deny Irene Cooper a great moment for her. That was a dangerous moment for UWC.
Exactly, and a well judgment from the goalkeeper. You know you are the only last man now. If you are going to move, and you should not come back, because you let the striker to have a way to shoot it the other way around.
UWC are drawn in. They're pushing up in a high line, rather dangerous effort. Ongos was able to get a good pass, and we've got to give credit to Irene Cooper for persistence. Here's Zoe on the left-hand side. However, it is Korki forced backwards to Maponya. Mhlakazi, Gameda probing, giving them the width is Tiffany Korki. She's opening up the game is Tiffany, and since coming on, here's the captain losing out. And an interesting move, Gameda, Manengela. Korki is the intended recipient. Here's Korki, she'll use her pace and try and ride a challenge. But there's warning shots being fired. When you look at Anonymous going in, there's another opportunity to chase the ball. Bongega protects it for a goalkeeper. I think they've realized that the bounce of the ball continues to be a menace for many goalkeepers, even for defenders. 15 minutes plus. Referee's optional time. Game being focused a lot in the midfield. However, UWC wanting it down the line. Manenge. Tiffany showing the flexibility. Switching now to the right-hand side. Looking for luck on the other side. The question that is asked is, will Anonymous follow her to that side? Because then that could break the discipline in the defense and maybe even make her uncomfortable. If you're not able to play on either left or right-hand side, it's a problem for a defender.
Exactly. You're used that you're just sitting and watching the ball. Another chance.
The ball bounces there, and close moment. The cock. Blow. Simnikin. Got to keep it to the ground. Manengela. And was looking for Domfigile. Manengela really bossing that midfield. Jakok giving away possession to Korki, and Korki finds Ndlovu, who came on. Lanky legs, looking very much like a puma on ice. The way she drags that ball, she reminds me of another player that played earlier, Vanessa Chikupila. She's also one of those who seems to control the ball very well.
Vanessa is playing at home. She's from
She's
Malawi.
one of two players from Malawi,
Yeah.
Vanessa. Earlier
Formerly
on.
of FCB Nyasapik Bullets Women, and it's her first a second time playing for CAF COSAFA CAF Women Championship qualifiers. The first one, she was with Mtopwa in South Africa.
There we go. Teams are starting to buy players. Teams are starting to invite players. But also for FC Ongos, they're one of the first teams in Namibia to offer professional contracts to their players. Their players are getting paid for playing football. And that is where women's football wants to be and wants to go.
Exactly. It's a career, so nobody should regret of choosing this career. Another shot, corner.
UWC have not stopped asking questions. Out of your picture, there's a signal being given to the bench. Knox is pointing to her knee. And
then the other question will be, was the first game keeper wrong? Sometimes it's not about individual, it's maybe the defense wasn't available for her. So another 3 goes to them.
Any which way, each one has conceded 3. 10 minutes to go to the 90. It's a corner for UWC. It's a corner for UWC. Manengela, given the responsibility to take keeper, comes out. She's very sure of herself this time, is Gloria Mueng. Unanimous. Itumeleng Meticha is talking to Knox. Is Lavisa Mlungu, who has been fouled in a promising area for FC Ongos. They have a wall, and Knox is in the wall. So is Koketso. And, Manengela. Amu is a free player, but that ball goes directly to the goalkeeper. She smothers that, she puts it in the basket, she kills the time. Handling.
The message is, I want a clean sheet.
Yeah, she wants the clean sheet. Figile Magama. We haven't seen much of Figile Magama roving down that flank. Perhaps a caution was thrown by the coach in the second half to say, look, just hold it back. UWC are making another change. And it is an opportunity for UWC to bring in Pilisa Mchambane. Mchambane has got a bit of height. She'll come in. Mchambane has about 8 minutes to make a difference, to make an impact. Goalkeeper goes down, and she knows 2-3 seconds off the clock, but at times when the team is losing, those seconds that were wasted are the ones that come back and haunt you.
Exactly. It lands fast for the one losing, and it becomes slowly to end the match to the winning team, to the leading team.
Manengela. Amu, Ndlovu. Here's Mchambane. Strong challenge, continues Mchambane. Ndlovu on the edge of the box. Gorky coming from an offside position, made it look simple. Should have punished the keeper. Pleasing to the eye. Ndlovu, she's come on. What exciting player. Gorky was fortunate to get that ball ricocheting off a defender. Ndlovu spotting Gorky with acres of space. Should have done better. She had enough time to pick a spot as well.
Exactly. You know, you can dribble that time. The defenders will not do it otherwise. Maybe they could have got a penalty if there was no any option than to pass it to her friend who was far.
Here's Mjambane. De Kock has come. Last touch of De Kock, but it is Ndlovu who picks it up. Ndlovu has Mjambane available. Goes to her captain, Amu. Amu finds Manengela. UWC going forward and going forward with purpose. Onside is Mjambane. But that ball just rolling over the goal line and a goal kick. In actual fact, it's a corner. Still quite focused as Mjambane. Not going to do much. Leaves the ball to roll out because the last touch was off the opposition. And rather gets the corner, and Nondumiso Manengela takes the responsibility. 5 minutes. 5 precious minutes for Ongos. On the edge of the box, follow through. Poppling in the box. Oh, good defending. Looking for blow. Instead, finding Simniki Lemshakas. She came on for Lona Temba Nhlongo, who played in the centre-back role for UWC. Stabilized the defense. There's an interesting moment as Fikile Magama seems to be trying to run off a bit of an ankle injury. Hospital pass by Ndlovu. Manengela bundled off the ball by Tweli Konjele Amukuto. She says, respect me. I'm older than you.
Exactly.
Respect me. It's all about fun on the pitch. Bongeka Kamede, one of the goal scorers. Fikile Magama also registering her name, and so did Sibulele Holweni, who was substituted. Kamede. Gorky. She'll use the wings. Gorky, who's come on, and, seems to have given them an outlet, given UWC an outlet. Oketso, we had a fantastic day at the office. Substituted. Ndlovu came on. Here's Ndlovu. Mjambane. A little too much for Mjambane to chase. Bessie also had a good day. Substituted. Ongos. That will be another ball, another moment for Ongos to just defend from the front, make it difficult for UWC to build with comfort. Giving chases the captain. UWC will tidy up and want really looking for balance of play that has shifted slightly since the introduction of Gorky, hovering on the touchline. But Memory Gonda wins it back for FC Ongos. Tweli Konjela's worked tirelessly in the midfield. Zoe Zoe will play it comfortably, played with such ease. She then opens up the space, looking for the return ball. Amu. Figile Magama. Amu looks for Korki, finds Korki. Knox. Manengela takes her eye off the ball momentarily. The race is on. Cooper. But keeper is also very quick to read the danger and comes out and decides she will be the sweeper. The action in Pira Stadium today has really provided the fireworks. We talk of fireworks as Green Buffaloes were beaten by 1-0 by Parental Queens in the first match of the day. UWC are currently in the lead of the Namibian side, FC Ongos. Minutes is to be added to the 90 for referees optional time, and the 4 minutes also allows Ongos with the respective changes to bring in a fresh pair of legs pretty late in the match. Also, Ongos is preparing to bring in players of their own. Magama winning that for UWC. Can Tofu turn and shoot? But she loses out. Captain who's run her socks off. He's one of the players that Coach Angus is thinking of taking off together with De Kock, who came on. De Kock came on for Beverly. Wow. UWC are asking the questions in the dying minutes of extra time. The captain of Ongos being asked to leave the field. Third place being taken, and in comes Elmarie Fredericks as well as Fiola. One thing that Ongos does very well, uses their full substitutes in every match. 5 changes were made in the first match, and again making another change. Another change of 5 players. So Fredericks comes on, and so does Fiola. Zovu takes her eye off the ball, and that just goes out for a throw-in. Here's Zovu yet again. She's really been on the receiving end since coming on and causing the problems.
It's a foul. You need to be careful.
Amakalan Mutal. Ball bounces. Keeper. He's not to be worried by that particular shot. Seconds on the clock to end this match for referee Itumeleng Maticha. Supported by Montane and Mamete. So it's Botswana, Mozambique and Malawi who combined well in this game to give you a beautiful match. So a yellow card. Unanimous on the receiving end of the yellow card. The goals have tried out. Managing the game very carefully is UWC. Green Buffaloes looking on because they know that the next assignment is up against FC Ongos. Green Buffaloes, what is your take and who's your money on in that last match of the group?
I'm giving it to Green Buffaloes. They just need to sharpen up their front line and tell them to utilize those chances that they created.
Well,
it's possible to get a 3-0 or 2-0. It can happen.
Definitely. Green Buffaloes are pushing it to the wire. They have their last game in this group, and that's up against Ongos Rentals, who are also, on the other hand, waiting for UWC. They took some notes, they took some lessons, they monitored how UWC played. That should be another thriller match, more so to leave the group very, very open right up until the final day. But with less pressure into the next match is Rentals, who are already sitting on 6 points. Referee had a fantastic day at the office, and the match ends with 3 goals in favor of the University of the Western Cape and 0 to FC Ongos. Gamete Magama getting onto the score sheet, and so did Holweni from a penalty. Well, there was a lot of action in the first half as Magama made sure that she got a captain to get a free kick, beautifully done in the corner. Keeper had no chance, clashing with the woodwork, and then the celebration that speaks volumes says, let's go to sleep. Well, that was the beginning of the celebrations, but it wasn't to be, as Gamu also asked questions of goalkeeper Spesihle Dlamini with a wonderful left-footed effort that didn't dip quick enough for Ongos. A mistake made in the back by Bongega Gamede gave hope to Irene Cooper, but the keeper came up with the goods, made sure that she stopped that challenge, but very menacing was Cooper, and keeper was equal to the task. Gorky came on in the second half, finding Dlovu taking another effort, but the keeper also coming to the rescue. Gorky was given another chance, pretty tame effort nevertheless, but that was enough to send the warning shots. UWC were not done yet, as Gorky, since coming on, made sure that she was able to get her. We're looking at the touchline, and Mo is waiting with our lady of the match, but one would just look at the players still getting into a huddle. And, let's go down to the touchline to Mo.
You've been outstanding in this match. How excited are you?
Yeah, thank you so much. Of course, I'm very excited, but all the credits go to God and, of course, my fellow teammates. I mean, we worked very hard from the first whistle until now. We knew that coming here, each and every game that we're going to play was going to be like a final to us. So I give credits to them. Without them, I was not going to get this award, so I dedicate this award to them.
Thank you so much, and all the best into the future.
Thank you.
That's a player of the match there from University of Western Cape, saying how excited she has been to be outstanding in a match that they needed all the points as well as the goals that they have managed to get. I've got the losing coach now from FC Ongos from Namibia. 2 games and all losses. They are anchoring Group A as it stands. From 2 games, they have conceded 4 goals, only managing to score 1. As a coach, how frustrating is this?
Yeah, it is frustrating, especially when you are conceding easy goals, because we are giving away easy goals. All the goals that we have conceded, we just given either by our own mistakes or by lack of concentration. The teams, they are not working for the goals that they are scoring. That is now, I think, coming back to the girls, whereas when we give away those goals, then they try to lose all the tactical discipline that we were having. They start trying to chase the game on their own. Otherwise, if we keep it well, without conceding such easy goals, I think we held our own the first, I think, 24 minutes. Even the UWC, we are not dominating us. We could have got the goal, but we conceded 2 easy goals again, and the game got open.
Tough luck, but you are still going to have to play one more to wrap up the group matches. How are you going to prepare for that?
Yeah, we have to maintain ourselves as a team. We need to maintain the discipline with the girls. We need to motivate them. They came to play and we need to compete. So the final game, they need to show that we deserve better than what we have done the past 2 games, conceding easy goals.
Thank you so much and tough luck, coach.
Thank you.
That's a coach from FC Ongos saying they would go fighting in their last encounter despite losing their 2 matches this far. Now we've got the winning coach from the University of Western Cape. You made yesterday and now
apologies for a break in the transmission here, and we do frantically apologize as we have some technical issues, and the coach who's at the touchline, the winning coach, Tina Sonke Mbuli, just giving her views as we have a look at the results of today. It is Buffaloes that lost by a 1-0 against Herentals, the debutants, and then the University of Western Cape making light work of FC Ongos. So 4 goals in Group A to wrap it up as the 2 teams are definitely setting the cats amongst the pigeons. We have a look at the log standings with 6 points. Pegged on the top is Herental Queens, University of Western Cape with 3 points, Green Buffaloes with 3 points. However, Young Buffaloes from Eswatini pegged at the bottom of Group A. We then look forward to tomorrow, and we do hope you can join us from wherever you are as we have another good menu in Gaborone United of Botswana. They up against Young Buffaloes coming from Eswatini. It is UD Lechinga, that is from Mozambique, and the home side, Ascent Academy, that continues to keep the tank wagging. Well, thank you very much for joining us. What a beautiful day it has been. Spoiled for choice. We thank everyone who's been involved in the production, from the OB van to the people on the touchline. From myself and the crew, it's a good afternoon.